Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Frank is with us, Stevie as well. Nedum, it's the first time I've been with you since your new background. I've got to ask you some of the things that we see. Is that you and your mum behind you over your head?
Yeah, it's me and Mumsy. Yeah, it's me and Mumsy. This is me winning the Premier League. Just there, it's me winning the Premier League. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. It's a great year.
Yes.
Jürgen saying a few things.
Sure.
This is me talking to a referee very nicely. You know, yeah. This is the Gab and Jules.
Oh no! We'll never know the significance of the old-fashioned phone. Dear me. Did you have a phone when you were born? Like when you were growing up? Did you? You didn't have one of those?
I got to tell you. So, in our living room, we had an alcove in the corner. Right. So there's the back wall.
Yep.
My dad's chair's here. The alcove is there, and the phone is there.
Right.
And he used to sit like that.
Listening to everything.
And you couldn't. What we used to do, if ever we were organising to go somewhere, didn't want him to know, we'd go to the house, go across the road past the shops, and use the payphone. Because he would, my old man would be listening to every word he said.
Yeah.
It would always be a two-word conversation. I'll call you back in a minute, or whatever. Honestly, honestly. Oh, and they had a box. We had a box
to put the coins.
And every single time we put the phone down, we'd go, "Have you put any money in the box?" And we'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to get it." Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, right. The old days. I pictured all of that in black and white. Do you guys think it's an advantage or disadvantage that Liverpool had a midweek match while Chelsea have been off since Saturday, or will it not make a whole lot of difference heading into the final on Sunday? What do you think, Frank?
Well, it's always better when you rest, but I would say that, and it's true that for Liverpool, it's getting tricky because of the injuries that they're facing. So therefore, I would say yes, it's an advantage for Chelsea. But the players, I always thought, if I don't think too much because I have so many games to play, I'm happy about that. When you train for a week, you have to work physically, you have to work tactically, you have to wander a lot. When you just play every 3 days, you rest, you jog a little bit, you have some games, you work on set pieces. That's the only thing you really do, and you only play games. So it might be a little bit better for your brain, I would say.
What would you prefer?
Oh, off.
You're off? Rest, preparation?
100%.
There we go. Nedum's back. Nedum, what's the phone for?
This is the Gab and Jules hotline, just in case, Gab goes on holiday or something. Jules will give me a call, and then before you know it, there I am, straight down to London. Just talking that talk, filling in for the big fella.
Unplug it.
That's the Gab and Jules
just
hotline.
unplug it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Plug it.
And what's the quote? Because we can't read the quote,
As you
Nedum.
can
What
see,
does it
it's
say?
not real, so... it says, I'm not sure if you've played football, but these kind of things happen. Said Jürgen Klopp famously.
That's a Klopp question if you never played.
What's the sticker?
Why don't I ask him?
What's the sticker above the phone? There's like a...
It literally says Gab and Jules hotline. That's what it is.
There we are. Perfect. And what would you prefer, Nedum? Playing midweek? Who's got an advantage, Chelsea or Liverpool?
I'm listening.
I think you'd prefer to not have a game. I think, obviously, from Liverpool winning a game, being in the Premier League title, that's great. But I think managers have been complaining about schedules for years now. So if you can have time off before a big game like that, then yes, you'd absolutely take it and have enough time to sort of prepare and not be in Liverpool's position today, where you're also doing recovery as well as preparation. So I think it'd be better to not have a game.
To Stevie, do you see Bradley taking the right-back spot full-time, even when Trent Alexander-Arnold... Who's that? What's that noise?
No idea.
Who's that?
Sorry, that's me. Come on, Mike.
What's going on? Who is that?
Sorry. I'm being... Siri's listening to me. It's listening to me.
Siri? Oh,
and he's telling me I'm wrong. I apologise.
Oh, no, my
sorry.
Siri's got off. Not now.
Sorry, guys.
Calm down. Where are we? Bradley, right back, full-time when Trent comes back.
Well, I think Trent will get the position back, but...
I couldn't find anyone called Bradley Wright set up and find my dad.
I think when Trent comes back, he'll get the position, but there's no question that he's getting pushed. And again, depending on what the new manager feels is the most important thing, is the new manager going to be willing to sacrifice defence for attack? So that could definitely decide whether Bradley plays in front of Trent.
What a professional you are, Stevie. The phone's going off, all sorts here, and you're still giving very sensible answers. Since Pep brought it up, which national team job would be the best fit when he decides to leave Manchester City, Frank? Rank these jobs: US, Brazil, England, France, and let's throw in Scotland for Stevie.
I don't know, but I think I would love to see one day, you know, because we almost saw that with Ancelotti. I think it would be a very good experience for a top coach in Europe to go to Brazil and train the national team. That would be very interesting. I want to see that one day, and I would love to see Guardiola going to Brazil. That would be great. Yeah, that would be my choice, going to Brazil.
How easy, though, would it for Pep to kind of incorporate his philosophy, Nedum, having players for such short amount of time? Such a brilliant face.
Oh my God! He's upset. He's upset. He doesn't want to answer.
I know. Stephen?
Well, he's not getting the Scotland job, is he?
No. What about my question that I put to Nedum, which was a really interesting question?
Oh, but Brazil?
No, it wasn't about Brazil.
Was it? I wasn't listening.
Oh, God.
What was it?
It was about the fact that how easy would it be for him to incorporate his philosophy on a player, on a squad that he only has for a little bit, as opposed to day to day?
Well, he would have to calm down on the talking every 2 seconds and giving orders and do this and doing that. I think international management is completely different from club management.
Yeah.
You can't overdo the way he talks to players.
Right.
No chance. I think international.
But do you think he can do that? Do you think he can
rein it in?
Or is it just part of him?
No, he's a smart guy. He can rein it in and use it when he needs to use it and when it's needed, as opposed to constant the way he does at his club team. So yeah, no, I don't. He would be able to do it, yes.
Frank, what did you make of Messi flipping the ball over the injured player and shooting at goal? In your playing days, would you have responded to that or just ignored it?
No, I never experienced that, and I found it very funny and at the same time very well organized and played, you know. You cannot avoid the player, why don't you chip it on above it? And it's funny because I guess when the injured player will see that, he will say, did it really happen? Did he do that to me while I was injured? And that was very nice. I loved it. I enjoyed watching it.
And would you have got up and tried to kick him though, Frank?
Oh yeah, I will step on him. You know, of course, I will chip the ball and step on him and carry on. Of course, you know, don't go for nothing.
Of course, we saw this week Andreas Brehme passed away. Stevie, people were asking who was better in their prime, you or him. For those who didn't see him play, how good was he?
Oh, he's fantastic. Listen, the Italians at that time were buying all the best players, and he went to Inter. I think he played with Jurgen as well. The thing about this guy that whenever the name is mentioned, now this guy's a left back who's predominantly left-footed, right?
Yep.
And he gets to take a penalty in the 1990 World Cup final, and he takes it, and he uses his right foot. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but Stevie, he was how do you say? He was ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, yeah.
He can use the two. Yeah, he was completely ambidextrous. He said that. It wasn't a problem for him. It's like Dembele. He doesn't know which is his favorite food, which I knew about myself, for sure.
That just bamboozled me. I'm like,
right.
He's taken... Because I remember watching his run-up, and I'm like, how's he going to kick this with his left foot when he's running up like that?
Yeah.
And then he didn't. He just whips it in with his right peg. I mean, I thought that was frightening.
Frank,
do you remember, Stevie? Do you remember that? Do you remember that Portuguese player Chalano or something like that played for Benfica, then played for Bordeaux, and when he was playing with national team, he was shooting. He was a left-footed, and he was shooting with his right foot all penalties, and he scored. Chalana was his name. Portuguese guy. Unbelievable.
No, I don't remember, Frank. Sorry.
Frank, how good was Christophe Dugarry in his prime? I think he was as good as Berbatov with many similarities, but not as appreciated.
That's true. That's true. I even compare him to Zlatan Ibrahimovic at some point. Very strong, very hard to catch. Christophe is tall, technically very good. I love him. He's my friend. He was so lazy. That's why he wasn't appreciated because he didn't care. He was happy to play at this level. He didn't want to reach another level. And but you know what? When Aimé Jacquet made this list, the first name that he put on was Dugarry. He loved him. He loved him, and I love him. The way he was playing, and when he played against AC Milan in a European Cup, that's a great game playing at Bordeaux. When Bordeaux eliminated the great AC Milan, Dugarry was simply amazing. And it's very nice to compare him to Berbatov because they were so strong, but technically so fine. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But it's a pity that Christophe didn't want to improve. He didn't care. He was gifted, and that was enough for him.
What was everyone's favourite meal to have after a match, and any difference in meals one would have based on if you won or lost? Stevie?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips?
Aye. I mean, on the odd occasion, if we went rogue, I'd have sausage and chips or pie and chips.
Wow.
Generally, just go with the fish and chips on the bus.
And tell them the story if you ordered something a little different.
Oh, Ronnie. Well, Ronnie got the bus on the way to the game from the hotel.
Okay.
Asking everybody what they wanted. And if you didn't say sausage and chips, fish and chips, pie and chips, or chicken and chips, if you asked for anything else,
right,
he'd turn around and look at you and go, "Who do you think you are?" As if you were being like Bertie Big Spuds.
So if you ask for a burger, you're in trouble.
Oh, forget it. Hey, you'll have one of these 4, and that's it.
Frank, what did you have after a win, after a loss? Was it different?
No. I never was very much hungry after a game. I was really thirsty, so a beer was perfect for me.
I'm going to ask a question now about thirst, which intrigues me, Frank. You're doing your play at the moment. Do you have to be careful about the amount you drink going into the play, given that there might be a need to obviously go to the bathroom?
Well, no, it's not like in a football game, and Stevie, I think, experienced that. He can witness me on that matter. We don't want to go for a little pee, let's say, go to the restroom during the game. We're completely closed, and we can play for 2 hours without having to go to the restrooms. And for the play, well, it's what I thought. For the play, no, I don't have that feeling. But I sometimes go out, when you supposedly leave the stage for like 1 or 2 minutes. If I really need to go, I go straight, and I think everything's all right. But I don't have to. It's part of my preparation, where I go before, like I used to do in football, and then I'm fine for like 2 hours.
I just love that we've gone down this road. Our producers now go, get on with it, move on, finish it up. That is it. We are done. ESPN FC will be back on your screens tomorrow. Stevie will be giving his prediction for the Carabao Cup final.
Can't he wait?
Oh, how exciting.